Hi, in this video we're going to learn to make an ellipse using concentric circles. You're going to need all the tools you see here. You're going to need a T-square, ruler, 30, 60, 90 degree triangle, a compass, and make sure your paper is taped down. So we're going to start right off the bat here by measuring some stuff. We need to make two circles. We're going to make our first circle have a radius of 1.5 inches. So I'm just taking my ruler and I'm measuring from the middle of my paper, somewhere roughly there, 1.5 inches out, and my other arc is going to be at 2 inches. So now that I've created 3 dots, those 3 dots are going to be where I put my compass. The first dot, my 0 point, is the center point of both circles. So I'm going to extend my compass out to that first 1.5 inch mark, draw a circle, and it's okay if you put a hole in the paper, that's what compasses do. And the second circle is going to go through that second dot. So now I have my 2 concentric circles. In the next step, it tells us that we need to create 12 equal pieces of our circle. To do that, I'm going to use my pencil as a placeholder, bring my T-square to it. I'm going to draw one line here. And then I'm going to take my triangle sitting on top of my T-square, and I'm going to draw a vertical line. So now you can see we have it divided into 4 equal pieces. Next, I'm going to take my 30, 60, 90 degree triangle, and I'm going to start making some lines along the hypotenuse. And again, everything has to go through the center of the circles. So I did that one. I'm going to rotate my triangle. I'm going to make another line through the middle. And then I'm going to take my triangle, flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing, again, continuing to go through the center point of the circle. Now it's very important that you go through the center point. That way we have 12 equal pieces. So notice I've just rotated my triangle, I flipped it once, rotated it twice, and I end up with 12 equal pieces. So now I've got my circle divided into 12 equal pieces. Now it's important to review here that an ellipse is an ever-curving object, kind of like a rugby ball. And that ellipse has a minor diameter, which is this way, it's the shortest side, and a major diameter this way, or the long distance. And that's what these two circles are going to represent. The inner circle is the minor diameter, and the outer circle is the major diameter. So now that I've got my 12 equal pieces drawn in, I need to create some horizontal lines through the intersections of the small circles. And what that's going to look like is this. Any place one of these lines goes through an intersection of the small circle, we're going to draw a horizontal line. I'm not going to draw one here. I don't need one there. I'm not going to draw one here, and I don't need one here. What this is going to look like is this. Make sure your T-square is against your paper. We don't want these lines to go out and touch the outer circle. We just want to go out a ways, and I'll show you why in a minute. So we're just going to run around here and just draw these horizontal lines running out from where the intersection of the small circle, or a minor diameter, hits one of those 12 divisions. We only need to do this 8 times, like I said, we missed 4. So there's my lines. Now this looks really screwy, but it'll start to make sense in a minute. Our next step tells us that we should be drawing vertical lines through the intersection of the lines in the big circles, or the major diameter circles. So I'm going to draw a line here. And you're going to notice something, I hope, about these little lines, or these little triangles we're making. I'm not going to give that away just yet. I'm hoping you're starting to see what I'm going to point out. So as you look at these little triangles, they should look exactly like this triangle that we're using to make this. So there's little 30, 60, 90 degree triangles here. So our ellipse is almost done. Normally we'd use something called a French curve. I don't have enough French curves to send home with you, so we're going to do this sketch-wise, is that we have to connect these dots. I'm going to circle them all. So any place where those 90 degree lines crossed, that is where our ellipse is going to travel. Now keep in mind, this is the minimum number of pieces we need to make an ellipse. If you divided each one of these again, we'd have a more accurate ellipse, but this is going to be ever curving. So it's going to curve around like this. And you can start to see that ellipse. And again, like I said, we would normally use a French curve, but I don't have enough French curves to send one home with everybody. So as you can see this, there's the ellipse. So our final step is basically connect the dots. Remember, ever curving, there's no corners in that, it's just one big funky corner. And that's how you make an ellipse using concentric circles. To label this, we're going to label this A1. The inside circle is A2. B, using our 3690 piece, I'm just going to label this B. It's all the lines. C are our horizontal lines. I'm going to label that here, C. D are our vertical lines. And E is the ellipse. Again, if you have any questions, rewind and replay this video. And if there's no questions, comments, concerns, or violent disagreements, good luck with this. Submit it when you can. I look forward to helping you.